So it is khichdi, by the way. It is.
It is khichdi.
It is khichdi. It's shocking.
Well, I don't think it's shocking, boss.
How can the national dish of the country be khichdi?
See, if you go to see the national dish of the country, will each state is a country, you know, politically and even geopolitically. But I feel that the khichdi deserves it to be because kya hai, chawal aur dal and spices.
You're talking to a full-bred Punjabi coming in from the north. Butter chicken should be considered, yaar.
No. So
why not butter chicken?
No, because chicken tikka masala is already the UK national.
So UK we don't care about, man. Let them keep the chicken tikka masala. Butter chicken should be in the contention. So it is khichdi, by the way. It is.
It is khichdi.
It is khichdi. It's shocking.
Well, I don't think it's shocking, boss.
How can the national dish of the country be khichdi?
See, if you go to see the national dish of the country, will each state is a country, you know, politically and even geopolitically. But I feel that the khichdi deserves it to be because kya hai, chawal aur dal and spices.
You're talking to a full-bred Punjabi coming in from the north. Butter chicken should be considered, yaar.
No. So
why not butter chicken?
No, because chicken tikka masala is already the UK national.
So UK we don't care about, man. Let them keep the chicken tikka masala. Butter chicken should be in the contention. And I'll tell you what, buddy, it is so good to have you out here.
Thank you, man.
Ladies
Thank you
and
so much.
gents, boys and girls, celebrated chef, author of his cookbooks. He's got his own shows on television. He's traveled the world, and it's amazing how, for a change, I'm not meeting him at the airport where he's usually at, traveling the world.
Yeah, airport buddies.
Life on the road with food, Vicky. How is it going with you? What's been happening?
Well, it's been going pretty well, and I took a dip from running restaurants for about 12 years.
Yeah.
And I can't say it was difficult coming back in. I'm already in.
Yeah.
But things have been very different. People have changed, attitudes have changed. The eating patterns of people
My
have
God, the
changed.
changing landscape of food in the country. Every day there's a new trend, something new coming out.
Yeah.
But let's take you back. When did the romance with food start for you? Like, when was the time you said, yeah, this is, hey, I love to eat, but this is a art, it's a skill set. I want to be part of it. I like infusing flavors together. I like making dishes. And then from there, the journey to becoming a chef and a person who does this for a living.
See, when I was always a greedy bastard. I used to eat.
Yeah.
I used to eat in everyone's house.
Lovely. Same here.
I
Booker.
knew. आज इसके घर पे ये बनेगा, उसके घर पे वो बनेगा. So.
And this is growing up in Bandra.
No, in Shivaji Park.
Shivaji Park, correct.
So me and Dabbu grew up there. So the love of food started long before I started cooking. And then it came to a point where I had to choose my career. I was mentored by actually my best friend's mom who just passed away. She was a very big hotelier in those days.
Yeah.
And she actually got me that taste of blood. You know, that taste of the hotel, going to the hotels, being there. And I just actually liked the way people were entertained.
Yeah.
And I wanted to, for some reason, be on the other side. But I still didn't want to be a cook because मुझे क्या हाथ में चाहिए सब खाने के लिए
और खाना है
बस
पकाना नहीं है
नहीं पकाना was like I was a lazy guy.
Yeah.
I mean
so, smell the neighborhood, which window, कहाँ से खुशबू आ रही है, where the nice smells are coming from, land up there, eat the food, boom, boom, boom. Thank you very much. See you next week.
That's it. So I loved, I got into college then, got into catering college, failed attempt, tried the second time I got in there. And then you got into college, you start off, you know, it's a completely new zone for you. I'm a commerce background, comfort from the family, dad ka dukaan hai. So go down, sit in dad's shop. So everything was very kind of set and very boring. Now you jump in outside your whole comfort zone.
Yeah.
I got admission into Bangalore. So it was the first time I was leaving home to go and live in some relative's house.
Yeah.
So it was a whole
And even till now, you've not deciphered the fact that you want to curate food. You don't want to be a chef right now. You're still thinking about the fact that I want to be
chef तो बहुत दूर की बात है.
अभी catering मतलब something to do with hospitality and
something
something.
to do. Now coming from a commerce background, coming from a business background.
Love to eat and want to be part of the food
So what
space.
would you think? You look at marketing, you look at finance, you look at numbers, you look at things like that, but nothing to do with culinary or skill or a skill development, in short. And then, you know, you go into college, you're a rookie, you go start cooking. Of course, There are people who have already kind of decided that हमें ये करना है. They don't burn food like how I used to burn food. And the people, in fact, friends who I met now, they said, you of all people became the chef.
Yeah.
I still remember you burning the food and presenting our food to the teacher saying it's your food.
Correct.
But then, I don't know what happened, just like, I think the pan was doing all its magic.
Yeah?
Yeah, because
Was it a day or
I
some
was a
dish?
lousy cook. Man.
Was it some dish you
It
were
was
making?
it was a lasagna.
Really?
And that's when I said, you know what, I'm going to leave everything and deep dive into Italian
So can you
cooking.
describe that moment where you were cooking the lasagna and it was in front of you and you were whipping it on and trying to cook it well and it just what changed?
So I'll tell you, it was the first attempt for everyone in class. And I said, oh God, now we pasta fresh banana hai, bolognese sauce banana hai, ye karna hai, wo. I said, how am I going to do it? So literally, it was a panic attack. But then my chef came. He said, you know what? I know you love Italian food. I know you want to go. And he kind of, there was that magical moment when he spoke. And उस दिन तो like चमत्कार हो गया, pasta अच्छी निकल. Yeah, it was like all these laser beams of happiness and
realization. This is one.
That's what happened, man.
Yeah.
And then once you taste blood, you don't want to go back.
Yeah.
And I just, it was that day. I still remember that lasagna coming out, and everyone is saying that the guy who's burning the dark horse, उसने best lasagna बनाई.
कैसे बनाया? कुछ हुआ उस दिन?
So it just changed everything. I didn't know the reason or the metaphysics behind it, but it all went well. And getting into cooking, then once you get into, in those days there's no internet, there's no Google, there's no, so you had to get all your knowledge from women's cooking magazines like Femina and Mayapuri also, which my aunt used to give me sometimes.
Tear out those pages.
Yeah. We had a library. I mean, I didn't have to go to the auntie straight away, but she's an icon. So the whole learning experience started, and then you know what I said, I have to go abroad.
Yeah.
Because at that point, Western food was, there was Indian food, there was Conti food, and there was Chinese food.
Indian Chinese food, हाँ जो होता है.
Chinese, Indian Chinese.
Correct.
And even until the real Chinese food came in, we still thought this is what they serve in China.
Yeah.
Only when you realize that when you go there, the Manchurian doesn't exist anywhere.
It's far different from what we eat out here.
The gobi Manchurian ain't no Chinese.
No, it ain't.
So
and we are way more flavorsome, at least for our Indian palate, than what's made out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. I think I went abroad. I got onto a cruise ship. I trained at the Leela. I trained at the Oberoi. And then the whole journey
This cruise ship was for the royalty.
No.
This wasn't the royalty one.
No, this was not for the royalty. This was a cruise out of the Caribbean where I did 2 years. And then I moved on to Cunard, which had the Queen Elizabeth II, the QE.
That's quite a jump,
Mary.
That's quite a jump.
Yeah, it was because all those years, they never hired any people from India. They had people from the Philippines and they had a lot of people from Europe. Now, when I was with my other company, because of the Caribbean, I worked with people from Trinidad, from all the islands of the Caribbean. It was more of and there were some Mexicans, there were Latin Americans. Here there were Europeans. So now working with different nationalities makes you learn a lot about what are the other kind of people who live in this world.
Yeah, and their food,
besides
their
their
cuisines,
principles, their cultures, their languages, everything, their cooking, the markets of the world.
Yeah.
So ultimately, I was working very, very hard. I was getting paid to travel the world. And at the same time, subconsciously and of course consciously, there was this whole new Chef Vicky happening along the way, who has been to the Caribbean, tasted the food, practiced their food, learnt about Jamaicans, what is the difference between a Jamaican and a guy who comes from Barbados versus a guy who comes from Trinidad.
Film, yeah.
So
it's like a film.
So
a boy from Shivaji Park, goes and discovers one day his true essence, and the light falls on him that I need to be a cook, I need to do this, and then traveling the world, sailing the high seas, meeting people from different parts of the world. Yeah.
circumnavigated the world 7 times, worked with 37
Wow.
different nationalities, and then comes back to India.
With his knives.
Then goes,
Carving them. Ready to cook.
then Oris happened, Nido happened.
Yeah.
Then Nido happened. Then I got into the whole corporate.
Of course.
You know, lalach aa jati hai. You get these corporates offer you a lot of money.
No, brother, there's a lot you're doing. We all know the stuff you're doing. It's not just one thing, you're doing multiple things. In fact, yesterday I went to see a movie after a long, long time. Shit film, but great food, thanks to you.
You're talking about Inox PVR.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So, I mean, if the movie is bad, his food is good. So, he's everywhere. He's cooking us great food all throughout. Then, you know,
And if the food is bad, it's not my menu.
It's not your menu. Correct. हाँ. अच्छा है तो आपका है, बुरा है तो किसी और का है. You know, my father used to say, when it comes to food, it coming onto the table, and this is something I've grown up with, that first, it must smell good. Second, it must look good. And after it's qualified both these senses of yours, then it must taste good. So with me, I followed this formula for myself also when I look at food.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, it's a simple formula and it really works because I think all these tick marks happen and then the whole experience of having food becomes like one you want to keep within yourself and really enjoy it. I want to ask you, you know, how much of a science is cooking and do people really overcomplicate it? What is the basic truth to cooking food?
The basic truth to cooking is firstly, now I'm looking at it from a chef point of view, is to understand the ingredient.
Yeah.
You know, there's a certain way. So science is, at the end of the day, it's all physics, chem and bio.
Yeah.
You know, that's what cooking is all about. Now
Are you thinking that when you're cooking? When you're creating a new dish, are you thinking about what flavors will match? Is that almost like a science?
See, I'll tell you, it is quite multi-dimensional. You know, it is at what level are you cooking? Now, a rookie who's just started cooking, will want to just make sure that he is cooking it and it's not raw or it's not overcooked or it's not burnt. Now, when you are going up the ladder, or I would say going through the whole realm of cooking, you try to, then it comes on to application and what you've learned in the past. So your application, your fusion, learning of techniques, knowing of science and nutrition will be the sum total of your next dish which you're going to cook.
So in some way you're a bit of a scientist as well, right? You're playing around with flavors, you're playing around with different ingredients. You're a food scientist and what works, what needs to be done together, put together.
Yeah, an artist because colors.
Yeah.
Textures, you know, so the idea is that when you want something on the plate, the colors have to balance with the plate. You have to have minimum 2 or 3 different. We Indians are full of drama. You know better than that. You know, it's like a soap. It's like a TV serial where you've got crunch, you've got bitterness, you've got sourness, you've got spiciness. Food is emotional.
It is, but sometimes I think they make it over emotional when I hear stuff like the crunchiness of the garlic bursting through, the sweetness of the butter.
It's like a script, you know?
The bursting of flavors all mixing together, making this amalgamation of a rainbow in your head. I'm like, bhai, maine bhi khaya hai, mujhe to samajh nahi aaya sab kuch itna. What is the deal? But I guess you're right. We dramatize it. It's fun.
Yeah.
But you're saying that to cook it, to keep it easy. What are the steps you got to keep in your life to just make it an easy, simple process for yourself?
I think this is an advice I tell all the chefs or even home cooks, that you know what, before you want to fly, you have to learn how to walk. You have to crawl before you start walking. So I think getting the basics right is a very, very important thing.
Yeah.
That you know you want to make a biryani risotto. Okay.
Wow.
No, I'm just so. Unless for me, fusion is not about confusion. To master fusion.
It's a good line, brother.
Yeah. So in order to master amalgamating two things which are not conventionally meant to be, you have to have a very good knowledge of how to make a damn good risotto and how to make a damn good biryani. Only if you know that, आप वही औकात
कर सकते हैं।
करेक्ट, नहीं तो नहीं होता।
पर मिक्सचर पे भी आपको दिमाग लगाना पड़ेगा कि कितना आप बिरयानी डाल रहे हैं, कितना आप पास्ता डाल रहे हैं।
मिक्सचर आपके एक्सपीरियंस से आएगा एंड द कमांड ओवर बोथ द क्विजीन्स, सो यू विल नो एग्जैक्टली व्हेन टू स्टॉप। or you will know exactly how to correct it before it reaches your your plate.
Simple words, and of course, simple pleasures come with simple words, and that's how we should keep it simple. But let me simply also tell you that there is a lifestyle to the rich and famous I heard about, what they do and what they can achieve by taking a flight and traveling the world. And this is an experience that Vicky was a part of, which I think people should know, because my mind was blown on, I think it was a group of about 65, 70 people.
No, so I'll tell you, it was
Traveling the world, and you curated the entire menu for the entire duration of the stay.
It was 48 people.
Yeah.
Who have paid 99.5 lakhs per head.
Wow.
So they were most of them were couples, except there were two people who was one single. So they paid like about 1 crore each. So it's like 2 crores a couple. It was a 757 jet, which was commissioned from an airline, which was chartered over.
Wow.
And so basically what is happening is that if an airline is running this aircraft, it's a charter, it's only for charters. So it's got 52 flat beds. I mean, flat bed, like, it's like in the day, if it's a sofa like this.
This is not, you can't look at this, but this is a stool.
No, but I'm saying this.
Yeah.
So you're literally sitting like this in the day.
Yeah.
And then when you roll it out, it becomes like a bed.
Correct.
Literally, so very recently I flew from Bombay to Zurich business. I thought I was in a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
So now you know what I mean.
Downsized, correct.
So anyway, so the trip was 48 people who traveled from Mumbai all around and came back to Mumbai in 28 days. Now, the entire, from the moment you get onto the plane to you get off and go, whatever went in their mouth, I had planned it for them, in short.
Wow.
So we had the whole aircraft. So like when you go to the plane, you get, before they serve you your champagne or your drink, you get these little like nuts and things to eat, right? Snacks.
Yeah.
So I had created a bowl for every. So we had pre-packed 20 grams packets with embroidered. So it was that detail.
My
that
God.
From here you're having a bhujia and you're having some flavored cashew nuts. Uske baad ab akhrot or makhana kar rahe ho. So it was to that detail.
And of course made earlier because to be served on the flight to different people or heated and warm.
No, so
like
I'll tell you
ways.
how this works. So this was a great learning because when the plane was docked in Mumbai, we started from Mumbai. Now all the menus were given to the mother airline, who would give the menu to their other vendors, like for another flight kitchen. For example, here you have Taj Sats. They do most of the thing.
Yeah.
So every port where now how it worked is that from here we flew to South Africa. Okay, we got off at Victoria Falls. Then we were there at Victoria Falls. Uske baad, 2 days later we are meeting them. Which means that the next day meals are already pre-planned in advance. So
what they're having on the whole journey also
yes,
is every meal when they get off the plane also.
Yes. So for
Brilliant.
example, if I'm going from Saudi Arabia, from South Africa to Saudi Arabia, the menu had to make sense because the food is being made in South Africa. But at the same time, we are heading towards Arabia, Saudi Arabia. So the menus were also climatized in that way. And the main part was what? Out of 48 people, 39 were vegetarian.
No.
And all of them were above 65. How does that sound to you? That's
crazy.
not my TG.
That's a little crazy. So, and you, of course, you had to notice in advance how many are veg and how many are non-veg.
So
but yeah,
my dietary requests were like 5 pages.
Tough. But I'm just saying, amazing from the point of view of the people who went on that plane. So, if you have 99.5
No, and there's another one now.
Or you're his friend like I am, you can request him to take us. I can be a great assistant, but if you want to go there, I can be a great server. But this is a good experience to be a part of. It looks like it's a lot of fun.
So 2026 is the next one.
Nice.
Which is already almost full up.
Oh, this happens every year?
It happened every year. This was the first ever trip.
Nice.
Was ever. So it was, now because of that war threat and all of this. So it's pushed to March now. We're doing it in March again.
Fabulous. Okay. You're living a very hectic life. From traveling the world, you're curating menus, You have your own shows on television. You have a studio space where you're concocting new recipes.
Yeah.
You are doing this for movie theaters, events. How are you doing all of this as one person?
You know, when people get in touch with me, they say that they think I've got like 15, 20 people in my team.
Yeah, how the fuck are you always on the move
But
and
can
still
you
cracking
believe
it?
I'm the only one, man.
Nobody else in your team.
I've created my entire Instagram profile, Facebook. It was all created.
Were
many
you
years
always
ago.
a driven chap like this, or this
I'll
is
tell
something
you,
that's happened
see,
to you?
I'll tell you, you know, people ask me that you never go for a holiday. I said I'm on a holiday every day.
Life is a holiday.
I love what I do, so
Yeah.
I don't really need a holiday or whatever.
But it's just
mean,
on
I'm
the
there.
move. But,
Yeah.
but I'm still saying, like, your mind working at curating a recipe, at being at an event, giving a masterclass, TED Talks, podcasts, doing your own show. You're still managing to be at all these places at all
Yeah.
the time. So time is something you manage
See,
really
I'll
well.
tell you, I have. This is thanks to my discipline, which I got when I was working at sea. It's very simple. You can't be late. It's impossible. You can't be late because if you come late, you start work late. You start work late. The guests in the first seating will not get their food in
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So everything is about timekeeping. And I have the same regime here as well. Wherever in the world I am, you have to be on time. I mean, it tells a lot about the character of the person, the guy who's never on time. So I don't live by.
Does it really piss you off when something you're serving out in terms of food that goes late than what the order has been?
No, absolutely, because you don't realize that after a while, like guests in the restaurant especially. Now, I'm doing a restaurant after so long, but then you actually kind of pace yourself that you know what, this is what it's got. It's not fast food at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It all depends on where you're eating.
Yeah.
If it's supposed to be a fast food and the food doesn't come out fast, that means they failed.
Yeah.
Now, if you are going to a fine dine or to another kind of restaurant where you do want things to be a little more elaborate, so you have that kind of leverage you give them. But there
And it's
is
the whole
a
experience.
there
It's
is a
cutoff
cutoff
time.
point because after that you start losing that
Yeah.
that desire to eat.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and sometimes it's been made into a very, very big deal when it is actually just good food being served in front of you. What I want to ask you about is there's this lovely show, you've done quite a few of them, but Vicky Goes Veg. Now this I really want to pick your brains on because I know that you like your non-vegetarian food. And you did this show, and what's most interesting is that you became vegetarian yourself when you were doing the show. Tell me about this whole experience.
So, talking in your terminology, people told me that are you trying to method act?
Yeah.
And I didn't know what that was, honestly. When I was told that, you know, there are certain actors who actually get into that character
Yeah.
and they only are that person for that. Now,
That's very interesting actually,
yeah.
that you did that.
So for me, what happened was, at that time, it was I think 11 years ago, NDTV wanted to do a show which is vegetarian, but not Indian or Asian.
Okay?
So there was a huge, and I got a beating for that because I was using things like broccoli, cherry tomatoes, artichokes, avocados, olive oil, quinoa.
Which is not heard of.
Which is, look, it's on your mainstream kirana shops now.
Yeah.
So I was way ahead of my time.
Yeah.
I got a bit slack for it, but now people benefit.
Why did you get a slack for it? Because
Why?
of the
Because
ingredients.
why? Because otherwise on Indian television there was cauliflower, there was potatoes, there was no using extra virgin olive oil. Nobody knew what an avocado was
Yeah.
and what it was its benefits. I was doing even molecular gastronomy, like using a smoke gun, which is used now by all
everybody.
bartenders
Correct,
and cocktails.
correct.
So I'm going back 11 years ago on NDTV Good Times. They're actually seeing my molecular gastronomy and other things like that. So I was ahead of my times, but now when I look back, I actually paved the future.
Yeah.
Now, even if you watch it now, I'm going to come back to that, what you were saying. I just want to go with this flow. That it is Look now how relevant that show is. Plant forward, gluten free,
Yeah,
vegan.
correct.
Now, everything was there in
Molecular,
that
correct,
show. So if you take that show, if you see that book, which they've stopped printing it, but if you watch Vicky Goes Veg on YouTube, you will see that the dishes don't look like grandmoms or auntie or chachi के dishes जो मैं बचपन में खाता था. No, those dishes are very even relevant today.
Yeah.
So vegetarian, so that's the reason why we did it. There was no show properly for that. That turned into a book. That changed my life as a cook as well, by the way.
Why is that?
Why is that? Because when they told me that we want to have original, beautiful vegetarian recipes. Now, for a person who's traveled around the world, worked abroad for 17 years in international kitchens, was always surrounded by meat
Yeah.
and anything else, and the vegetables were side dishes. Now vegetables had to be center stage. So that was a big difference. So I tried, I mean,
And not even Indian, not even Asian. This
I
was like
couldn't
your
even
continental
think.
and different.
I couldn't
yeah.
even think. So I said, you know what? Let me try something. Let me think that no animal protein exists in this world, and let's start not eating. Let's think. There's no chicken, mutton, ye wo. There's only cauliflower. There's broccoli. There's paneer. There's tofu. There's kidney beans. There's this whole world of mushrooms.
There's
So
an actor. Then there's an actor inside you also knows how to do method acting as well. Like,
So that's the
Yeah.
whole. That's how the whole search towards what you can do with vegetarian food. But at the end of the day, I realized that you know what, that I had actually treated. I had taken the chicken out of the recipe and I've put something suitable in there, which worked magical. So it changed me as a person. People thought that wow, this is like the coolest thing since sliced bread. That this guy is making crazy stuff with vegetarian food.
but see, that was an experiment that you did on yourself and a show.
Yeah.
But when you went to becoming absolutely vegetarian yourself, what did that feel like to you as a person? What did it do to your
I'll
body?
tell
And
you-
do you propagate that now?
I'll tell you, believe me, I still eat, my diet is, I would say, 60% vegetarian. And, you know, I felt completely different. I lost weight. That's the second thing. But I started feeling much more lighter. I slept easily. I woke up feeling much lighter. Your breath was different. Your poo was different.
Yeah.
Everything smelled different.
Okay.
Even your sweat smells different.
Yeah?
Yes. It's because you are what you eat. So the feeling was great. So while I was shooting, we shot 36 episodes in season 1, 36 in 2. In a day we used to shoot 3 episodes, which was 12, I still remember. So for those 15 days, even on the set, I didn't touch non-vegetarian.
Vicky, what's wrong with you? Yeah?
I swear.
What's wrong with you?
I was here, I'm glorifying, yeah, whoa, green, this,
Vicky,
that.
you know-
Cut, and I go there and I eat a chicken wing. No, it doesn't work with me.
यार with all this stuff you're making me यार थोड़ा बड़ा चिकन मंगा सकते हैं भाई मैं तो यार इनकी बातें सुन के हैरान हो गया हूँ
So,
Yeah.
no, I seriously turned vegetarian.
Now you're back to being
Even
mixture
on-
of both, right?
I mean, the moment the show finished, I went straight for a biryani, man. I still remember on the last meal of the wrap-up, they had surprised me with a full non-vegetarian spread. Because for 16 days, I didn't even eat eggs.
I would be swimming in that tub of biryani then.
I did actually.
Yeah?
I did.
Backstroke
I know.
and
I swallowed it.
Drank
I
up and ate
swallowed
up,
the biryani.
swallowed the biryani. No, lovely man, lovely. The fact is that, yeah, after abstaining for a while, I remember, like for us, when we're doing a shoot or something like that, you have to cut your diet and you got to eat less.
Yeah.
And you got to give up carbs, you got to give up things in life that you really love. And then the day you can actually do them, it's a day of celebration. So food really
it is.
marks celebration
Yeah,
and
it
your
is.
taste buds go crazy. You're also not drinking nowadays. So how do you, your wine tasting and stuff that you do, Are you a big connoisseur of wines and alcohol?
So there you go. You said it yourself. I only taste.
Yeah.
I don't drink. Now, for example, on this trip which we spoke about, I went all the way to Mexico. I got back 5 bottles of tequila and mezcal. They're still at home.
At the bar, yeah.
At the bar. But I didn't touch anything. It was unreal. I mean, I was sitting on this private jet where you could drink from morning to night. I mean, if you wanted, I was working, but I'm just saying is that the fact is that the self-control was so amazing.
But do you have to control yourself, or now it's become a life choice?
No,
saying,
it's become it
doesn't work for me anymore.
No, it doesn't. It's subconsciously out of my system. It's like what is the problem is that we take drinking like for granted. I didn't have an alcohol problem. I didn't drink in excess that, I have to give up drinking. It's nothing like that. It's just one day I said, you know what?
I'm done.
I'm done. Let's look. Now what happens is that if there's a really good bottle of wine, or if I'm like, I just went to Vietnam, I went to one of the Asia's top 50 bars. I went in there, I made my wife and my daughter order the cocktails. I ordered one myself. Just a sip.
Just to taste, yeah.
To taste, to see what's going. It was a business decision. If you know what I mean. It's work.
But tell me something, the man who cooks food for other people, what's food like for you on a daily basis? Does everything have to be fancy? When you're looking at something coming to in the morning, is your food yourself? Are the cooks in the house saying, "Arey, sir ko to अच्छा ही देना पड़ेगा क्योंकि वो दूसरों को अच्छा खाना देते हैं." What do you eat like on a daily basis?
I mean, you'll hate me for this, but when you cook fancy, you eat simple, man.
Yeah.
You know, because
I'm feeling a poha coming my way right now.
Well, it's not. Well, I don't mind a poha at all.
Yeah.
But I add some chopped chicken into it.
Let's see, you'll do that in the morning for yourself, or will you? Yeah.
I will do it, but I won't. I'm not a big fan of poha. I'll eat poha when I'm in like.
What are you eating on a daily basis?
Okay, so nowadays because I exercise as well. I come back and I eat 4 boiled eggs with.
No,
just
you're having boiled eggs.
Just the whites.
You're breaking my heart. You can't be doing this.
Just the whites.
Stop it, yeah. No chopped garlic on top. Some beautiful, garnishing with some fun stuff. Just keep it real.
No. If somebody else, if you would come for, I would do it for you.
But
not for
not for yourself. Lunch is what? Dal, chawal, sabzi?
I mean, I don't even slice my bread. I rip it open and I eat it.
Nice. Go barbaric on it. And lunch, simple dal, chawal, sabzi?
Whatever's at home.
Yeah.
But now.
Achha, who's deciding at home what's to be cooked?
My wife and my daughter. And I oversee the decisions.
You oversee the decisions.
So I'm based in Gurgaon now because of Omni.
Correct. So you moved to Delhi now entirely?
I would work 20 days out of Delhi.
Oh, nice.
I come back here for my shoots, for my meetings. And Omni is a global brasserie.
Of course.
So basically, Omni is the sum total of my travel and to date. Because you have an urban Indian menu as well. I have a new book. It's called Urban Desi.
Okay, how much are you going to do? Leave something for the other chefs to do also, no? You do everything, then what will they do? So Omni is a restaurant in Gurgaon, in Delhi.
OMNY Kitchen, Sector 58.
Sector 58.
So it's basically got a wall, which all my pictures at sea, when I started as a breakfast cook, right to executive chef. Now, when people see those pictures, they say, wow. But when they see the menu, it makes complete sense. Because the entire menu is a global brasserie. It's got influences from wherever I went in the world.
Your travels to the world, the travel tales.
Also, the highlight of the menu is 5 Sindhi dishes, which are my mom's recipes.
Nice.
Because I want to get into a whole mainstream, modern, reimagined Sindhi restaurant.
Brilliant, brother. And more power to you on that. Now, we have a question by a dear friend of ours, Sahil Sangha.
Oh, how's he doing?
He's doing very well. He's moving at the speed of light nowadays, killing it in life. And he's got this secret passion, though, of cooking. And he cooks for us sometimes, and he is an absolute food connoisseur. And he has a question for you. So, Sahil, I know you're ready. You can ask your question now. Speaking like you a little bit, Sahil.
Hi, boys. Good to see you both talking about the best thing in the world, which is food. Chef, my question is, how does a professional like you go about designing a menu? Like, what are the key things to keep in mind in order to get it right? Let us know.
So I think his question, what he's saying is that when you're curating a menu for a restaurant, how do you do it? How do you curate a menu for a restaurant? Whatever the requirement might be. So how do you how do you start curating a menu for a restaurant?
Okay. The first thing is that where the restaurant is, which city and which area of the city. Secondly is if the cuisine has to be decided by me or the client has said that, acha, there's going to be, we want to do. Now, generally, they would prefer a global menu or what they see of me because they're going to be saying that this is menus done by Vicky. So it is the demographics, the place, the price points, even the opening and closing hours, what kind of people are coming. Now, so the idea is that the consumer, based on who the consumer is and what is their goal to do, the menu is planned on balance, color, taste, price points, enough protein, enough vegetarian. In the Omni menu, 60% of the menu is vegetarian. Because I know that people are
more inclined towards it,
eating towards vegetarian food. So it's all based on past experience. Some people want what is trending, what is people want to eat nowadays. For example, if I was opening a restaurant or something in South Mumbai, my menu would be very different from what it would be in Bandra, as to Andheri, as to the further north we go.
Okay, so let's just break his question down. Suppose it was a specific Asian cuisine, and let's say it was in South Mumbai. Now you have this want and need of Asian cuisine. They want to keep it very street style. Suppose they want to keep it very easy, quick on the go, priced medium or medium to high. What would you do then? Now, how do you break it down and get into the menu and curate it?
So now, when I will get into the menu, now you've told me street style, which means the plating has to be casual, the food has to be quick to prepare and serve. There's no frills or fancies in eating it. If you want to do an elevated, so you will choose the dishes, what they are. Now, if I'm doing something which is inspired by street food, I'm going to pick the top 5 street foods of 5-7 different places, maybe nationally, internationally.
Yeah.
I'll put them on a drawing board and I'll start working out a balance, followed by trials and tastings, and then presentation.
There you go. Sahil, I hope you got your answer. Buddy, that's how you're going to do it. And follow your passion, pursue it. You can keep making your films, brother, but you got to make food.
We can still cook together like we said 4 or 5 years ago one night.
I think it'll happen to him in 15 years. That's the speed he's moving at in life. But Sanga, we love you, brother. Thank you for the question.
Thank you, buddy.
Have you ever cooked have you ever cooked like a meal for somebody and it's not turned out as well as you expected it to, but you have to go and talk about it in the way saying that it is infused with so and so, it is done like this, it is curated like that, and the person is to impress the person for them to eat? किया तो कभी होगा यार.
No, it happened in fact, it happened last year. There was nothing wrong with the food, but the hotel was trying to be like assholes, and they did not give me the right crockery for the dish which I asked for.
Okay.
The food was really good, but I hated the way it looked.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, you say, taste ke
But that's not your fault, nah. That's the hotel's fault. But anytime you made something for yourself that didn't turn out, यार ये तो थोड़ा वैसा नहीं रहा जो
consciously अभी तक तो नहीं हुआ.
नहीं हुआ अभी तक. And are your wife and your daughter big critics of your food? Are they fans? Who's the biggest critic of your food? Who will come and tell you?
No, my wife, of course.
And does she call it straight?
Because she can't cook, that's why, So she has to scrutinize everything. But
But do you take your food also to her once you made it?
No. So I'll tell you what, if I had to choose between to take my food to my best friend or someone who hates my fucking guts, I'll take it to that person.
Yeah.
Because you know what? And it's a piece of advice, never ever mess with the sentiments of a cook.
Yeah.
If it's really bad, you tell them you can do better next time. But don't say it's really good, wow, it's banging, it's epic, but you can't even eat it because, you know what?
But one second, brother, you are adding your wife's layer into this.
What?
Now your wife is coming and tasting your food and you're talking about don't play with the sentiments. Now wife will play with the sentiments.
No, but
only
it's
na.
all, I'm saying the food is really good all the time, so she's just...
It's good all the time. It can't be wrong only.
No,
But
it's
Bhabiji, very nicely done. He's saying that you're a fan of his food, and we all are actually. So that's amazing.
No, but seriously, I think, it should happen in every industry or whatever. But honestly, if you tell me this is really good, but it's really not good, I'll keep cooking
Yeah.
the same way then. So it's going to
Absolutely.
lead to life.
No, great. What are the, and you know what, from social media now has changed the game. There's like this food everywhere. You open your, people are swiping. Everything is looking so
It's
good.
sad.
There's street food. So what is your take on how food is being shown in social media? Is it becoming more accessible for people? Is it becoming more glamorized? Is it better that people didn't have access to it? Is food now become a thing that's aspirational to people? What's your take on the current state of food that we're seeing on social media?
I'll tell you, it is, it's a mixed bag of everything. I think it's the best thing what has happened to people who are not able to showcase their talent. Smaller restaurants, smaller this, home cooks.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great way, it's a great vehicle, which has also been badly misused. That you can get the most good looking food, which was not even cooked by that person or by
Yeah.
that restaurant. It's heavily styled, it's heavily morphed.
The number of forwards I get from people on like they've seen the top 5 places to eat here, and
Yeah.
they're just random people
So,
ranking them.
yeah,
And they keep
so-
coming to you, and then you forward them to
Yeah.
people, places. You never end up going there,
so
but it just
it's-
looks damn good.
So I think it is what technology does to everything.
Yeah.
It's good and bad. We got to live with it. I totally don't agree to there is a new terminology in
Which
food
is?
now. It's got to be Instagrammable, which is complete bullshit.
Damn, what does that mean?
That's what I mean. What does that fucking mean?
Yeah.
Instagrammable.
Fuck the taste, fuck the look.
Yeah, it
but
has to
it's got to
look
be grammable.
good. अच्छा लगना चाहिए. So I think that is one thing which is misleading a lot of people when they cook.
Yeah.
And this is my advice to all home cooks, budding chefs, that focus on flavor. That's the most important thing. Put it beautifully together and fuck it if it's not good on Instagram or what.
Yeah.
You're a good cook. Don't be discouraged by the likes you get, by the followers you get. Be your own follower and follow your dream.
And when you're following it, you can do things like open cloud kitchens, you can open
Yeah.
DIY kits.
Yeah, that's where you go.
and
You had a
can-
cloud kitchen, man.
Brother, I learnt it the hard way. I learnt it the hard way on what not to do. We had a cloud kitchen called Kulcha Brothers, which we started
Yeah,
off, and
yeah,
I sent
I
you
know,
some
I
food
know,
as
I
well,
know.
and you tried some. And our endeavor was to bring the kulcha, the chola kulcha, the matara kulcha from Delhi to Bombay. Now, biggest learnings in this, as you said earlier, was that when you're serving out fast food, it's got to be served out fast. We were in the middle of Corona, we tried to open 2 cities, and when we finally got it right, when the sales were happening, when the cloud kitchen was working well, when things were moving fast, and we had the right professionals dishing out the food, too much money was lost for us to continue with it. But it was a great endeavor, a lot of learnings. But I want you to give some learnings to people who are starting off their cloud kitchens, the DIY kits. Are these doable? Can you make money off them? And if you do them, what's the right way of doing it?
See, I think if you want to make money through a cloud kitchen, it has to be something which is scalable. Okay, one unit is not going to survive. Is not going to make you happy, like you said.
Yeah.
Too much money is gone, and yes, it is a burn and churn. You have to burn a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like we have Speak Burgers. It's just starting to make money after 4 years. So I feel that keeping your product intact and top of the game, and keeping your costs low and your operations tight, and it is a huge scientific approach, and there's a lot of more data and metrics involved in cloud kitchens than a normal kitchen.
And also less items on the menu.
Less item.
You know,
See,
master the 5-7 things that you have and send them out as fast as you can to people.
or you have a shorter menu, but which can be flipped into 10 other dishes from the same inventory.
Yeah, yeah.
So
and DIY kits, would you recommend them?
See, I'll tell you, DIY kits are good. It could be like a backup. The thing is, because you still have to cook it. So it can't be a complete takeover.
Yeah.
You know, there has to be a balance that, like, you know, if you want to get something DIY, like for example, अगर आज मैं Chinese पकाता हूँ, if I want to do something Asian, it's great if you have the stir fry veg which is there,
Yeah.
which also you're cutting in. Anything which takes away skill and time is great in DIY.
Fabulous. Going to ask you for a few pics of yours in terms of your favorite cuisines and favorite kind of food that you go to. What is your comfort food?
Sindhi kadi, biryani, rajma chawal, omelette bread, burji, vada pav,
Nice. What is your indulgence food?
biryani.
Yeah. A good mutton biryani? Or what kind of biryani?
Biryani can only be made mutton.
It's only mutton biryani.
I mean, don't tell me that there's a veg biryani doesn't exist.
No.
It's called pulao.
It's called pulao. Yes, yes. Says the vegetarian man. Vicky can cook veg. Your midnight ultimate snack. The 12 to 3 p.m. midnight pang that you
12
get.
a.m. you mean?
12 a.m. Sorry, 12 a.m. to 3 p.m. 3 a.m.
Okay, that's where the real chef comes out in
Yeah.
me. Open a packet of those Korean ramen noodles.
Oh.
But it's not just the packet and that. Uske baad, when it starts simmering, reach out for the
But you're doing
egg.
this at 12 at night.
Dude, I make the best meals after 2 a.m. because all my friends are high. I have to cook for them.
So this is a great time to call you up. Yeah,
Yeah,
post 12
anytime.
at night.
Anytime,
Anybody knows Vicky? Remember, we're giving out his phone number out here.
No, so I'll tell you.
Land up at his house.
So this whole, even a Maggie bowl turns out into a bowl from
So you're
Tokyo.
saying noodles, basically noodles or whatever form, ramen or Maggi or
noodles, eggs
Wow.
sometimes, but mostly noodles. But it's fortified. You
Yeah.
put an egg into it.
Nice.
Whatever veggies you find in the fridge, you throw the vegetables into
Nice.
it. It turns out pretty decent.
your food that one condiment that you hate cooking with.
Ketchup.
Hate it. And why is that?
Because you can make things sour and sweet in many other ways. Yeah.
Give up garlic? Is somebody wrote a question on us from our team. Give up garlic or sex for a year? What would you give up?
Sorry?
Give up either garlic or sex for a year. Which one would you give up?
Never. I would not give up any of
You
them.
have. That is the question now. Play the game.
Huh?
Play the game. Which one do you have to give up? You have to give up garlic.
I'll
or
hide
sex.
the garlic.
Where will you hide the garlic?
I'll hide the garlic.
He can't hide this. I mean, he will hide the sex, but yeah, the garlic he'll also hide. Okay. Your favorite dish, your top 5 dishes that you love cooking.
I make a really good Sindhi curry. I make a very good lasagna bolognese. I make the best aglio olio. I make a very, very good romesco chicken.
Nice.
Which looks like a butter chicken, but it's not.
Then why are you cooking it?
Huh?
Why would you do it? Why would you make a butter chicken that's not a butter chicken?
No, it's not a fucking butter chicken.
What do
It's
you mean not a fucking butter chicken?
It's
That's what
a,
it's
it's a romance. If I'll show you some pictures. It looks exactly like a butter chicken.
Vicky, I love you, brother, but this is just. I mean,
Boss, you-
Yeah, matlab.
I'll wait for you to Gurgaon to
Done.
Omni to come and eat it.
Okay.
So butter chicken, biryani, Sindhi curry, rajma chawal, anything with rice. I love rice.
Your top 5 restaurants in the country, not including yours.
I would say Farmlore in Bangalore is really good. They are doing a great job. In terms of Japanese, I like what Izumi is doing here, Miso is doing here. In terms of kebabs, I like Al Kausar in Delhi. I like the Nihari at Mubin's in Lucknow. I love Amritsar. I go there every year to eat.
So, brother, from a young boy who started off here in Mumbai, who had a dream of sailing the high seas, did that, learned cooking, learned how to meet different people across the world, has come back to India, chef, author, father of a girl who's just graduated, curating
she's 21
menus
now,
across the world. What's next? for Vicky Ratnani?
I think currently Omni is running, and now the idea is to bring Speak Burgers out of the closet.
Yeah.
And we're going to do real stores now.
Yeah.
So that's work in progress, and a good reimagination of Sindh restaurant. I think
Nice.
that's enough on my plate now.
That's a lot on your plate.
24 hours are over.
And 24 hours over, finished. And a daughter who's just graduated as well.
Yeah,
Congratulations on that.
so that's another project on the side.
That's a lifelong project. So, brother, many more projects to you. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Samir.
And,
It's
I'm coming to yours
always-
soon. We'll do the cooking
Yeah,
together.
we gotta cook.
And whenever you're cooking, brother, please call me.
Anytime.
Please,
boss.
yeah.
Anytime.
Not for that, not just butter chicken thing, but
No,
anything else I'll come
no.
for.
Definitely. boss.
Huh? We're on? चलो, let's go to some food now, यार. हो गया भाई यहाँ पर. Cap, pack up. हाँ, हो गया. काटो यार, हो गया. बहुत हो गया. बंद करो.
Good, happy.
Lovely. Are you happy?
I loved it. Bro.
हाँ, हो गया.
Thank you guys.